Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunayavadevaha Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtvagum Sastanopihi Vyasheva Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vriddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaha Swasti nastaksho Arishtadevihi Swasti no Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Last class, last mantra, mantra 5 of the last Mundaka, it was said that this person who is well qualified, who has understood the truth, prapya sarvam prapya, having gained what? Sarvataha, this Atma which is everywhere, they become everything. Avishanti, sarvam avishanti. So then something else is spoken about these wise people. And in talking about them, what is being highlighted is the level of our commitment, okay, to the truth. And this very beautiful mantra, which is also chanted when you receive a sannyasi. It's like a part of the protocol. Okay, so it's very, very nice one. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha Sannyasa Yoga Yataya Shuddha Sattva Aha Te Brahma Loke Shutpara Antakale Paramrita Parimuchyanti Sarve. The way I've chanted it is how it is in, not in this Upanishad, because this Upanishad doesn't have swaras, but how it is generally chanted, you know, with the swaras. And so it's a mantra that is talking about many things, very beautiful thing, yeah. So what is it saying? That yatayaha, yatayaha, meaning in plural, yatis, these yatis, like the ones who are sannyasis, but how did they get there? Because of sannyasa yoga. Here sannyasa yoga has to be understood as a life of karma yoga, okay, because it can't be double sannyasa, yeah. So because of a life of sannyas, of karma yoga, these yatayaha, these people, you know, who have a certain commitment, and you know, their commitment is total, and so the sannyasis, or for that matter anybody who has a commitment, their knowledge, Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha. The chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a chapter, 7th chapter, called Jnana Vijnana Yoga. The topic which is Jnanam and Vijnanam. Now when Jnanam and Vijnanam are mentioned together, then the meaning is slightly different. Usually the word Jnanam conveys the truth. Vijnanam obviously doesn't mean science, okay? So Vijnanam, when it is used in the vicinity of Jnanam, it means that the knowledge is well ascertained for oneself. Otherwise it will be, oh, Pujya Swamiji used to say that I am the limitless. Maybe it is true. Who knows? He knew me better than me, so maybe I am the limitless. Okay? Or the Shastra says that I am Brahman, but yeah, I'm not sure about it. So obviously, Vijnanam has not taken place. So whatever anybody says or doesn't say, for this yati, for these people, not only one, okay. So for many of them, yatayaha, their knowledge, Vedanta knowledge, okay. Any other knowledge, they may be clear, they may not be clear. It doesn't matter. Because why it doesn't matter means, of course, it may matter in their job and they better upgrade their skills. But for the pursuit of moksha, their knowledge that has been gained is well ascertained, it is valid, uh, it is true. They have no doubt about it. And so then the question obviously is, like Arjuna had in the second chapter. So there are lot of questions about a wise person. So he said, "Oh, how does he sit? How does he walk? How does he talk?" So it's the same thing, like all these magazines of celebrities, right? So everybody wants to know. So what these people, where they are holidaying, what kind of clothes they are wearing, why are they doing what they are doing, what are their favorite things, etc., etc. So anybody you value, anything that you value, any particular quality that you value, you want to know more about these people. So here there is a response in this mantra to what happens to them when the body falls. And so it is being said that, see, while living, we use a term called Jivan Mukti. I think that word has come before in some text we have done. Jivan Mukti doesn't mean that the person is dead. While living, the person is free. Muktaha, the person is free. So the question is, freedom from what? There will still be traffic jams. There may be mosquito bites. Person may get dengue also. There will be people who may be against this person, will spread rumors. Okay, so all the general things that will bother you. People definitely will abuse you on social media. Cannot escape it. So all these things that happen to everybody will definitely also happen to this wise person. Living a life of freedom. What Jivan Mukti are we talking about? This Jivan Mukti is that because of the recognition of the truth of oneself, the person knows that I was really never the body mind. That identification that I had, that this was taken to be absolutely real, is no longer valid. So they are completely free from the sense of limitation. Okay? So mark my words, I am saying sense of limitation. See, if I am okay with the fact that this body can do A, B, C, D things, that's fine. I don't feel limited. Suppose I get paralyzed, chalo. Then also maybe some reflexes are still working. But that need not limit me. It's like what is his name? Nelson Mandela said that oh the something to the effect of the walls of the prison don't limit my thinking, or something to that effect. So what happens to these yatayaha? They resolve into Brahman at the time of death. Death, what death are we talking about? Death of the body. So death of the physical body means obviously subtle body is very much involved. So then what really happens is what is being spoken about. The key word here is that their Vedanta Vijnana is sunishchitaha. There is no scope of any kind of doubt. They are very clear about the truth. And their upadhi, doesn't limit them, in the sense that But even if I have some limitations, they don't bother me. Like even if the body can do certain things, body cannot do certain things. That's okay. But I am not conditioned by the conditions of the body anymore. And so while living, person is muktaha, jivan muktaha. And so while living, whether wise or otherwise, the individual is still relating to the total. So wise or otherwise, prarabdha is there. The set of situations that I have to go through, all a result of my punya papa, until prarabdha is exhausted. So that is the same for wise otherwise. But it is it is a life of freedom. It is not a complaining kind of a life. That's one. And that there is no possibility of rebirth, because for rebirth, what is required for rebirth? Karma is required for rebirth. That's really the seed for rebirth. So now for this wise person, what happens is that karma is gone. The agami karma to come, either from previous lifetimes or from this lifetime, all that in the wake of knowledge is destroyed. And what was there sitting in the account, agami sanchita karma, is also gone. So sunishchitartha here also means that the person has gone through a very rigorous discipline. So there's been a lot involved in terms of preparing oneself for Vedanta Jnanam. So all the things in terms of adhikaritvam, what has been highlighted in the previous verses about tapaha, about living a life of satyam. When you say satyam and ahimsa, then all the other values they come in. So all those values are nothing but dharma, and dharma is a manifestation of Ishvara. So one has lived a life of karma yoga, and that all karma has been converted to yoga because of the recognition of Ishvara. And really speaking, what I want is that completeness, purnatvam, that is Ishvara. So, but because of inquiry, because of some viveka, moksha taken to be the pursuit, and a life of karma yoga has been lived. So there has been inquiry continuously that even while pramana, the means of knowledge, is being used, the I am looking at my life in the light of Vedanta. Not that, oh, Mundaka Upanishad says this, Kathopanishad says this, Gita says this. Hello, what do you say? What do you say about your life? What do you say about your perspective of your life? What do you say about what is it that you really want in life? And in the light of the truth of Vedanta, how do you see your life? That is what is vichara. Vichara is not a pramana. You know, vichara inquiry is not a pramana. But on the basis of the pramana, I do vichara of my life. So vichara, of course, doesn't mean worry also. Huh? So it's just that I think about, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing? What do I really want? Oh, everybody is doing so many Vedanta classes, this, that I also must do. No, not necessary. What do you really want? Oh, because if you're saying so many people are doing so many classes, I must also do, then maybe what you want is approval from them. You may or may not want moksha, but you definitely want them to say, wow, wow, wow. Very committed Vedanta student. So these are all small things, but we want to be very clear about why we want moksha also. Oh, I'm fed up of my life. Then you're not ready for moksha. First, you go live life. Enjoy life, enjoy what life can give you, enjoy what karma can give you, because karma has a great value. Karma is what will give you maturity. Without karma, you all have not maybe come to that verse in the Gita. So you're neither enjoying this life nor that life. You're neither enjoying the life of karma. But now I happen to come to an ashram, but I'm all the time I'm thinking of my life outside the ashram, what I will do, when I will do, etc., etc. So either way, I'm not enjoying life. Ubhaya brashta, you know. So this also I want, that also I want. No, no, no. We better be clear that in the light of Vedanta, how am I seeing myself? Because so many identities I have, and all of us, we love to experience things. We are closet experiencers, or we are very overt experiencers. That bhokta identity is a very, very strong identity. That I have to experience this, I have to experience that, I have to experience the fruits of meditation. My meditation was not good. So sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not okay, but I feel so happy when I meditate. Bhokta. This is what is called subtle, very subtle experiencer, but it is very much the bhokta. So lot of identification with the experiencer, but the yatayaha, they have here, because of this life of karma yoga, that I'm no longer hunting for experiences to be happy. I welcome each and every experience. That doesn't mean I run away from experiences. But in every experience, whatever karma I do, Ishvara, especially the things I don't like to do. But it's the attitude with which I do it. Because this has come to me. It is all my punya papa. I see you, Ishvara, as the law of karma. So it has come to me. I have to respond. And I will respond with kaushalam. And so as I respond to this whole matrix of karma that's operating in my life, karma gives me what it is meant to give me, which is a lot of punya also, and a lot of maturity as I learn in every response how I am free from the response and the conditioning of the situation. Then, as I continue to be exposed to the Shruti, I also recognize that Jnanam really means Sarva Karma Sannyasa. That really speaking, I am renouncing the idea that I am a karta. So this is what is being said about these wise people. And at the time of death, Maranta Kale, what happens? The karma is not available for a rebirth, but they become free from rebirth. So parimuchanti, from all, sarve meaning from everything, they are free. So for an otherwise person, of course, depending on the ratio of punya papa, will travel to another loka, or will be waiting until rebirth takes place. But that doesn't happen for a wise person. Okay, so freedom for good, yeah, freedom for good is, and maybe that's why it has creeped into all regional Indian languages, that saying, oh, moksha aitu means that person is dead. Okay, so moksha has become a word for death. This is all rudi artha, all colloquially it is said, but that doesn't mean that, huh? Okay, so we don't have to be dead for moksha. So while living, and that is the glory of this knowledge. See, for all other things, when we look at other religions, mainstream, So you cannot enjoy life here. You do good, you be good, that kind of thing. But the promise of the hereafter is what is keeping everybody hooked to doing. Like, why should you do good here? Because you can enjoy a particular place elsewhere. So whether we are looking at Islam, we are looking at Christianity, that promise of ever after is supposed to be so tempting that that you do good, you be good here, that's kind of okay. But what we are saying is that we are not really, a mumukshu doesn't really care about swarga, doesn't care. I'm not using the word heaven, swarga is swarga, doesn't care about swarga. Why? And that's why I say, though a little bit you travel, etc., you enjoy what this world has to offer. It's very beautiful. So some of these mamas, they say, "Oh, I'm very disciplined, and oh, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, I don't drink, I don't look at women, all this they will say." Then how they will enjoy Swarga? There is so much music, there is so much dance, there is the finest of foods. Okay, and you won't even put on weight. So you don't have to do a thing. You have a celestial body, you have prime body. So much discipline and all this you have had here. So then, what is the attraction then for Swarga? You know? So so what I'm saying is that if you little bit you go around, then you know it's all a combination of some mountains and waters and rivers and valleys and everything. It's very beautiful. It's all Ishvara Srishti. Beautiful. Still, that longing or craving for Swarga, it will drop. It will drop because you've seen the best, or forget best. Even in India, little bit 2 or 3 hours, you move away from where you are. Such beauty you see, natural beauty. So Swarga also will have some other few gradations. Not really interested in that because recognizes that the sense of insignificance will still continue. So these yatayaha, Brahma, now here the word, one word is used, Brahma Lokeshu. So Brahma Lokeshu here does not mean Brahma Loka, like a sphere where Brahmaji is. Here it's just highlighting that Brahman itself is the Loka. Loka meaning a field of experience, like a sphere of experience. So because Brahman, that all experiences are Brahman, you as the experiencer is also Brahman. So pleasant, unpleasant, whatever, good, bad, ugly, all experiences are Brahman, and that is who you are. So not separate at any point in time. And Brahma Lokeshu, it's plural to indicate that there are many such wise people. Like, in a particular religion, you may say, okay, but like in Islam, there can only be one prophet, and who is the last prophet? So imagine if anybody would say, I am the new prophet. God has revealed, gone, I'll be killed. So there can be only one Jesus. But in our culture, in our tradition, anybody and everybody who is prepared and who is taught by a guru can be wise. There is no discrimination in terms of gender, in terms of any other background. This is quite, it's a big glory that I'm not sure people recognize. Even if you look at Buddhism, there can only be one Buddha. Everybody follows the teachings of the Buddha, and then as a bodhisattva means evolving Buddha kind of. So you have to go through many, many lifetimes, and then you will be liberated. Nibbana will happen for you. But here, being a guru is very incidental. That is, if you have a student, you are guru, otherwise you're not. But as a jnani, Anybody and everybody can be a jnani, because that's the truth. And here, it's not even about being a jnani. It is about giving up the ignorance that one had, you know. So, so it will not be taken as blasphemy if somebody were to say, yeah, I know the truth. Yeah, sure, anybody can know the truth. Any person on this earth can know the truth. And that's what is, it's beautiful, just so beautiful. And what a blessing to be exposed to this tradition, that anybody can gain this knowledge. And so saying that, what, some more details are given, and we can look at mantra 7. तथा कलाः पञ्चदशा प्रतिष्ठाः देवाश्च सर्वे प्रतिदेवतासु कर्माणि विज्ञानमयश्च आत्मा परे व्यये सर्व एकीभवन्ति. So now we will have some questions, okay, but what exactly happens when the wise person dies? So I remember during Puja Swamiji's Mahasamadhi, there were quite a few such questions. So because the person is, so what is being said in this mantra 7 is that there are 16 aspects, okay, 16 aspects to the jiva, to the person. And when the wise person dies in the sense the body dies, then all these 16 aspects, they go back to their causes where they came from. And then the ahankara, the ahankara, if understood, is atma. Not understood, of course, is samsari ahankara. So ahankara and the karma, they become one with Brahman, which obviously there is no end for that. So this is the model that it is an Upanishadic model. What is the model? These 16 aspects of a person. Okay. This Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, talks a little bit about it. So we don't need to go into too much details. We just need to know that it constitutes, these 16 aspects of any person includes prana, then all the 5 elements. So kham, vayu, jyoti, apa, prithvi, sense organs, indriyas. And when I'm saying these things, note that, like you all studied in Tattva Bodha, that each of these gives rise to the others. Okay, so it's not like these are distinct 16, but each, there is an element of the prana in other things, like let's say vayu, jyoti, those 1/8, 1/16, all those kinds of equations were given. So prana is there, the 5 elements are there, 6. Then there is the indriyas, sense organs, and also jnanendriya, karmendriya, both are there. Then manaha, the lord of the sense organs, the mind is there. Annam, food. Then with the food that you eat, viryam, vigor is produced. The various disciplines, mantra, karma, and loka. So mantras, which kind of, when used, will include Vaidika karma, and then because of following this Vaidika karma or Ishtapurta karma, reaching out karma, you will gain various lokas. And the 16th kala is so kala is not an art here, the word, it's an aspect of the jiva. So the 16th kala is the name of the person. So these 15 aspects, what happens is when the body dies, all these, including karma, they return to their cause. So it's like how you say, that the body returns to, body is dust and it returns to dust. That we're only talking in terms of Prithvi. But all these other things, because we recognize that both subtle body, gross body are born of these elements and of these other aspects like karma, like manaha, all that is included in subtle body, mantras, all that. So it returns to that. That's all. There's nothing more. Nothing more to be said about it. They all resolve. The powers were there in the subtle body. The capacity to see. Maybe the golaka, the physical eye, maybe the person could not see anymore because of old age. But the capacity that resolves in Lord Aditya, because Aditya is the presiding devata for sight. So like that, it all resolves, and all the karma that is done is not there. All the punya papa that could have been done, and like is said in Tattva Bodha that if all the people who have praised the wise person, they will get the punya. All the ones who have criticized the wise person, so they will go through some papa induced experiences. So vijnanamayascha atma. So what about I? What about that individual? That whatever it is. See, like all the sannyasis, Ananda is a common in the name. But to distinguish one from the other, some name is given. So what about that individual? So that karta or vijnanamayaha atma. So that karta was negated anyway during Jivan Mukti, because the person was anyway free. So the karta was still functioning, but it was badhita karta. Badhita meaning it was already negated. That kartritvam, that doership, was recognized as an incidental attribute, not an intrinsic attribute of Brahman. So you've sifted, with Viveka and with all in the light of the Shastra that that I do and I get affected by what I do, is it absolutely real? So from a Vyavahara standpoint, if I need to excel in whatever I am doing, etc., I keep doing it. But I am not really bothered about it. What does that mean? Because moksha is my goal, all the karma that I am doing is really, of course, I want artha kama, all that, all definitely I want, but I am doing it for antakarna shuddhi. Because I've recognized the limitations of karma, and okay, maybe I have some needs, I'll take care of it, I'll do it. But because I want antakarna shuddhi for moksha, because as a karma yogi, moksha is my goal, then for vyavahara, whatever needs to be done in line with dharma, I do. But the I, ahankara, self-concept, has been discovered to be atma. So really speaking, there is no two. There is no ahankara and there is no atma. I, which was mistaken, there was an error. There was a mistake. I thought I was only this much only. No more. Because I has been recognized as atma, so therefore that karta is also gone. And naturally, if karta is gone, then where does the question of bhokta arise? So that's also gone. Anandamaya is also gone. So it's not like they were separate, but in my buddhi, they were separate. Therefore, we have to use the word it is gone. Or in other words, when this kriyakaram takes place, so symbolically, whoever is going to light funeral pyre, that person will have a pot, and will go around the body. And then the pot will be broken. So all to indicate that the space that was enclosed in the pot, as though is released. Space was space, inside, outside, it was still space. So even for a wise person, that when the body dies, it is one with Ishvara, right? Because all this is gone and karma is no longer there. Because Karana Sharira, which is the cause of all of this, Vayasya Karanam, so both the Karanam of the subtle and the gross body, Karana Sharira is not there. How or why? Because it is avidya rupaha. But avidya rupaha means it in the form of avidya, undifferentiated, has gone because of knowledge. Or this is what we say is total release. So then how but how exactly does this happen? So then very nice simple mantra is given. It's an analogy for us to understand. Yatha nadyaha syandamanaha samudre where is it? Okay. Ashtam gachanti namarupe vihaya tatha vidvan namarupad vimuktaha parat param purusham upaiti divya. So this is a very, this is definitely an analogy you have come across, which is that just as Nadyaha, Nadi Nadyaha, rivers. So these rivers, Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, etc., etc., Kaveri, the rivers, they flow, but where are they flowing towards? Kutaha Gachanti, where are they going? They all go into the ocean, Samudri. So they are all headed there. Are they not afraid they are going to give up their individuality? Nobody is going to call them Ganga, Jamuna, etc., etc. They are all Ganga Sagar. So it doesn't matter because in in ocean, that big form, huh? So obviously bigger form than the river, they become free, vimuktaha, from the name and form. So the whole history that river had. So every river has a history. In fact, Saraswati has a history which very few people know about because she's no longer there, in that same form. But very interesting, when I went for this Kumbh Mela in Allahabad, uh, a lot of the boatmen, they would say that, yahan pe Prayag hai. So, where we have the dip and the bubbles that you get, the bubbles of the river. So any river will have bubbles, okay? And so many people are there. So the bubbles of the river show that it is Saraswati. You know. So all these three rivers are here. Ganga is there, Saraswati is there, and Yamuna is there. Okay. Wow. At least Saraswati is still being spoken of. Thankfully, no more a mythical river because all these NASA images have shown that very much alive civilization was around Saraswati. So now this whole history is there of any river. And pretty much, like when we look at our own lives, so very unique histories we have. Each can be a bestseller. You write an autobiography. So each and everybody's story can be a bestseller because there'll be a lot of twists and turns. And then as the hero of the story, heroine of the story, you will come out very strong. And oh, you went through all these odds and ends and whatever else, but you came out very, very victorious. Wow. So very nice autobiography. So like that, the river also has that. Okay. But what is the commitment of the river? The river is flowing to reach the ocean. And they aim, that's the goal, that's where they are headed. And they're not worried, like this river is not worried. Ki, oh, after my time, nobody will know me. Who will know me? So I have done so much. I have helped civilizations grow up near me, and so much I've done for them. And what would they have done without me, etc., etc. No worries. Why? Because these are the wise rivers, okay? So wise rivers. So then, because in the merging of the ocean, can you really separate? Oh, this was Ganga once upon a time. This was Jamuna. This was Saraswati or any other river. Not possible. Water is water. It is the aim has been reached, and likewise even for the Vidwan. Nama Rupat Vimuktaha. So one is free from the name and form. See, although for most of us, we have not chosen our name. Yeah. Uh, even as a sannyasi, you don't choose the name. The guru gives you the name. So for others, for all of us, parents have given the name, parents or whoever, grandparents or somebody in the family. And but we still get very attached to the name. Somebody mentions a name somewhere, your eyes just perk up because that's my name. It's identification. And all that name stands for. So for the wise person, so you're free from the name and the form. And it's not that only after reaching the ocean the person is free from the name and form. That even while flowing towards the ocean, in the recognition that indeed I am that water, that's the truth of me, I happen to have this form, that is very, very clear. So Parat Param Purusham Upaiti, that just like the rivers reach the ocean, the wise person also reaches the total. But in reaching the total, seemingly reaching the total, because now there is no more sukshma sharira also, for the body to function, and prarabdha has run out. With everybody's press, this, that, the other, it's over. So while living, the person was free, and while after the body is dead, also the person is free. So that's what is being said here. Okay. And then in praise of this wise person, actually we can look at this also, mantra 9. Sayo havai tat paramam brahma veda. Brahmaiva bhavati nasya brahmavid kule bhavati. So this person who knows that paramam brahma, limitless Brahman, becomes Brahman itself. So we have looked at this earlier also, that mosquito, and I've done a lot of research on the mosquito. I don't become a mosquito. But here, because I have taken myself to be different, I don't know who I am, and therefore I have made a mistake. That mistake is removed, and in the recognition that in me knowing Brahman, I was always Brahman, I didn't know it, now I know it. So that's why it is said that the one who knows becomes Brahman. Okay, so that's what is being said here again, that the person is Brahman, and in the person's family, there is no one who doesn't know Brahman. Okay, so that's quite a big promise. Yeah, whether it's a promise or is the truth, we don't know. But we see. So here, if the person is a grahastha and has pursued this knowledge, knows the truth, then like we see in a lot of the Upanishadic stories, in all the dialogues, where the father is teaching the son, like in Chandogya Upanishad, father is teaching the son. Then somewhere else also, we see these kind of passing on of the tradition. So it is a given that you will pass on everything that is valuable to you as a part of the child's legacy. So even the fact that we are inheritors of this very rich culture of Bharat, we pass it on to whoever is a part of our family, biological family, extended family. So money and all will, though of course people write or plan to write or should write the will, but that's in terms of the intangible heritage. You pass it on because that's how knowledge is grows, and you are much the richer because you have passed it on. So so that's in terms of a grahastha. For um, for a person who has a gurukulam, see, because the word kulaha means family. So the family of the guru, when you say gurukulam, means the family of the guru, but it's not a conventional family. So the students are the family of the guru. Family as in because the guru is sharing all that is valuable and all that the guru knows with the students. So this is very nice to hear that all the people who are in the kulam, gurukulam, they will know the truth. And not only that, so obviously all their papas, they will be released from it. And the granthi, that the hridaya granthi that we have looked at earlier, the knot of the heart, so that also they are released from. And so here also we understand one thing, that we see, suppose you have been exposed to the Shastra a little bit. You can't say that you don't know the truth. Okay, because even if even once, if you for even for a fraction of a second, if you had that akhandakara vritti, it was just a sudden moment of insight. Yes, I am that limitless. You know, then you can't say that you don't know. But you can't say that you know also because there are few doubts. But still, here what is being said is that whoever is there in the kulam, in the gurukulam, or in the family of the guru, will gain the truth and will be free. Okay, so which implies so many things. Which implies the fact that the students are able, the shishyas, they are able to um, see the guru at close quarters, so they learn a lot in terms of the person's living and lifestyle. And needless to mention that the knowledge is being passed on, and the fact that children start to value things when they see their parents valuing something. So if the parents really value, let's say, family ki izzat, the honor of the family. So the children also will say, oh yes, 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 मतलब ये तो family की इज्जत है, परिवार की इज्जत है. So let us not do anything that will cause disrepute. So we have to be very careful, etc., etc. So likewise, people who are growing up in the Gurukulam also, they will see that this is what is valued, and perhaps will definitely discover mumukshutvam in themselves, the desire for moksha. See, once you have a desire for moksha, everything else will fall in place. But it has to be understood as a distinct desire, different from everything, because there is so much of mix up that happens. So that I get lot of satisfaction from meeting my loved ones. Okay. So meeting loved ones is subject to change, but the satisfaction that I get, that I really want. Or getting some achievement. Oh, I'm so happy about it. The end result is what I want. But because it is mixed up, I begin to think I want more and more of the same set of experiences. But only if it is discerned that really speaking, all this satisfaction, contentment, happiness, end result, what I want, I am not going to get from impermanent things. So I cannot get that happiness which is permanent from something that is impermanent. And that really speaking, I want moksha. And I'm already muktaha, I'm already free. What I want, I already am, but I don't know. Therefore, I need jnanam. So, jnanam is not a purushartha. It's not one of the goals. Moksha is the goal. Moksha is a pursuit. But how to get this moksha is the question. Jignasu. Then you become the one who wants to know the truth, and this whole pursuit of self-knowledge, etc., begins. So, all the people who are in the kulam, they will know is what is being said here in the mantra. And double negative is used that abrahma with asya kule na bhavati. So definitely the person who is born in this family will know the truth. If not anything, like in one of the classes, I think Puja Swamiji only mentioned. So there used to be a dog who was the one who had 100% attendance. Everybody else, so maybe sometimes they can come, not come, but that one dog would definitely come. So everybody, all other people also who are involved in the setup will be inclined to dharma, and they have the necessary samskaras, they have the opportunities, but they have to convert it into a choice to know. So then further, the results are being praised. Shokam tarati, crosses over samsara, crosses over the sorrow that comes from samsara. And that's also the teaching of Krishna in the Gita. So, Bhagavan, what is Bhagavan talking about? He's talking about a solution to human sorrow. Because the way he starts the teaching with a bang, Ashochan, Anvashochastam, you have no reason to grieve. All this grief you have, no reason. He's not validating, yes, 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 I'm very sorry you feel like this. You know, yeah, I wish you didn't have to go through all this. Nothing doing. It's not valid, your grief. And then he goes on to teach. So many verses are there. And then finally, after the teaching is over, Arjuna says, Ma Shuchaha, I have no more grief. I no more have sorrow. So again, the Upanishad is using these similar words, saying that one of the major results is that the cause of sorrow is gone. So and the person crosses over. And then this unique knot that was there of avidya. So avidya means I don't know who I am. Then therefore, definitely I have to do a lot of things. I have to, so then there is karma, because I don't know, I'm incomplete, I'm insecure, I want this, I want that, etc., etc. And karma, because everything's not going to land in my lap. So even for a laptop, I have to work so hard. So avidya, kama, karma, this granthi, this knot which has bound everybody, the person is released from this knot. So in other words, no more subject to death. And then I think we can finish it today, huh? So, so just further winding down. No, this is more a thing for the teachers, which is that whom should you teach this to? Because a certain stipulation is laid down. That etad richa, richa means rik or richaha, abhyuktam. So this rik mantra, vadet, to whom one must teach this Brahma Vidya, to whom? The one who is kriyavantaha, shrotriya, brahmanistha, swayam jufataha, ekarshim shraddhayantaha, tesham evaitam brahma vidyam vadeta, shirovratam vidivat yaistu chirnam. The name of the Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, comes from that tonsured head, and it's referring to a particular ritual. So basically, what is being highlighted here is that that this Rik mantra. So it's quoted from somewhere else, that one must teach this Brahma Vidya only to people who are kriyavantaha. Kriyavantaha meaning basically who are who are living a life of karma, and karma, and here including Vaidika karma, who are Brahmanistha. So who are here Brahmanistha doesn't necessarily mean that the one who has assimilated the knowledge, but here it means that the ones who are committed, for them this commitment to Brahman is very important. So basically, who have not only mumukshutvam, but they have a jignasa. It is not a passing curiosity. Oh, I know this and that. Oh, what is all this Brahman stuff? It's not like that. There is a commitment, and they have studied the Veda, and themselves, they are committed to a particular ritual called Ekarshi ritual. They do that with a lot of Shraddha. And the Shiro Vratam, which was spoken about much earlier, in the beginning of the Upanishad, that they have done it. Okay, so this is what, so here I think what is being highlighted is the most ideal student, okay, like who would have had this exposure. So then we might think, oh, but we have not done this, we are hearing these words for the first time. So about that, we just focus on our commitment to the goal, to moksha, that's it. Okay, and our preparation. And then he concludes the Upanishad with saying, Tad etat satyam. What I have said is the truth, this is satyam, and reminds us of where we began, which is Rishi Angiraha Purovacha Naitad Achirna Vrito Adhite. So, Angiras, that Muni, Rishi Angiras, long time ago, Puraha, that Pura word has also come in the Gita second chapter. He said, what did he say? That the one, that only the one who has done the Shiro Vrata ritual, may that person only study this. And and then finally ends saying that all this knowledge by which I discover, or in other words, I discover that uh, you know that I was an idiot before, that my namaskar, my namaha to all these parama rishis. Rishi meaning janati iti rishihi, the one who knows, the one who sees clearly. So all these, and there was not only one. See, that's again, when people try and box Hinduism into a religion. I think, but who is the founder of the religion? What do we say? There was no other religion at that point in time, So even for us to they use the equivalent of the word religion. So there is no founder, all the rishis, but none of them will say, I am the founder. They just saw what was revealed to them. Namaskar to these rishis. And generally, like I might have mentioned earlier, whenever a stotram or an Upanishad or any text concludes, because it was an oral tradition, to know that it is ending, the last line or the last word is repeated twice. So, Namah Parama Rishibhyo, Namah Parama Rishibhyaha iti Samaptam Mundako Upanishad. Namaskar, that the rishis, of course, are Brahman, but they saw themselves to be that. And all our namaskars to all the gurus that stand in this tradition. So, saying that, and also reminding us that it was because between Shaunaka and Angiras, so Angiras very patiently taught him the truth through this Mundaka Upanishad. So, our namaskar to all of them. Okay, so we finished. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. So if there are any questions, then you can ask. So everything is very clear in Mundaka Upanishad. Nice, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I recommend, yeah, if you all have not seen On a Quest, I really think it's worth seeing. Very beautiful film. And I feel very like I never met Swami Chinmayananji. Um, I know his style of teaching is very, very different. But I'm very grateful that because of him, we have Pujya Swamiji, you know. Because if it was not for Swami Chinmayananji, we don't know, Like, when you see the connections of how Swami Dayanandji and the level of seva that he has done to Swami Chinmayananji, um, and his level of devotion and everything, it's very inspiring. And you see how so many teachers, so many rishis contribute to the richness of the parampara. You see that. Yeah. So it's nice to see that movie. Mm. So I think in all likelihood, we may not have the class next time. I'm thinking aloud here because I have to think about what next to do. And also, you need to um, also tell me if you want to continue studying, you know. Um, and if there are any ideas you have in terms of what you would like to do, accordingly, I will choose a text that would be suitable to everybody. So think about it, no hurry to tell. So yeah, so I see a yes. Yeah, easy text. Huh, that's what. Easy actually, and the most comprehensive is the Gita, which you all are anyway doing. Yeah. So we'll have to think about it. So anyway, you all also think about it. Because then I'll have to tell you all to get the books or make arrangements for that. So likely that we won't have class next time. But let me also get hear from Prashant. You know, you all will have your regular classes, right? Saturday and that will continue. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, ठीक है. Let's see then. Otherwise, then also let me know. 1st of Jan is, if not 25th December class, then 1st Jan is also a Sunday. Will people be available for that class? If you can tell me in advance, fine. If not, closer to the date also you tell me, that's also fine. Because I'm thinking generally, holiday time, you don't want to be telling everybody no anyway. Most of your Saturday, Sundays are booked. So this is winding down, celebrating, etc., etc. So, if you want to take time off, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So wonderful. So we'll be in touch and then I'll keep you updated about what next. Okay. I'm not asking y'all to give a summary. Okay. And I'm just leaving it to you. If you wish, you can. Um, yeah. Yeah. I'm just leaving it to you. Okay. Because I think 2 or 3 times during the course of the study of this Upanishad, I did ask y'all to pen your thoughts down, etc. And most of y'all did. So if you have any clarification, you can. If you want to reflect on it anyway and send, I leave it to you. Okay. I don't want you to do it because I asked you to do it. If you wish it helps you in your clarity, then you can do it and send it to me. Okay. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Swamini ji.
Home. Yeah, Gunjan, you can call me. Yeah.